welcome to Dante Arms Gaming. My name's Brad. So I reviewed the Obsidian 1000D case by Corsair the other day. If you know me already for games that I play, yes, I'm a bit of a Corsair fanboy. Got the K55 Harpoon RGB gaming keyboard along with its mouse. So basically, to go with Corsair, obviously I've got their fans, which are somewhere down here. I've got then their RGB DDR4 RAM here. So as you can well tell, I have a Ryzen Threadripper here. That's a 1900X. That's to go in the Aurora X399 Gaming 7 motherboard. And then I've got the Enemax cooler, nicknamed Nictex. It's a 360mm rad, and it covers the whole socket of the TR4. You do get a bracket with the Threadripper for the circular ones, but they're not going to be big enough to cover the whole surface area of that CPU, so you really want to get one of these. Great for cooling. I've got two GeForce GTX 1070 graphics cards here, both 8GB each from EVGA, and then just here I've got the 1000 power supply, again by Corsair, and the EVGA slide bridge here. And obviously this, the Corsair Commander Pro, which already comes in one of the cases fitted, but I've got two, so I can have all my fans all at the same sort of level. So I'm going to clear this off, and then I'll be back and I'll show you how to put your motherboard together basically before you install it into the case there, and see how this thing goes.
Transition.
Hi guys, welcome back. So you have seen everything that's going in the Corsair case, which is just to my right, and it takes up a hell of a lot of room. So as you can see, Aurora X399 Gaming 7 motherboard, plenty of features on this which we will go through, and the Ryzen Threadripper 1900X, 8 cores, 16 threads. So today I'm going to basically go through, hopefully get most of the build done, but it's 9:30 here at night, and as you can see, still wearing the same top because I'm shooting all this in one evening, because I'm having some building work done in a couple of weeks time, so I won't be able to make these videos. And hopefully my conservatory will be up, which will be my new room, corner desk, enough hopefully to fit that case on, and two screens, and everything else I want. Right, so let's go ahead and open this up. So basically, let's move that out of the way so I don't drop it. Motherboard comes in an anti-static bag, so we're just going to put this to one side for now. And what you need out is cable ties, SATA cables, and your I/O shield. Now we're going to again set these up here to one side for now, and we're going to take the motherboard and take it out of its anti-static bag. Now obviously, if you're professional at this, most people have a test bench already rigged up to try this out. Unfortunately I don't, so I'm doing it the poor man's way and using the box. Making sure it's on the edge, so obviously when you put your GPUs in, they hang over the side, they're not going to clip the box, they fit right, and they also don't damage the PCIe express lanes. Now, as you can see with the TR4 socket, it is there. 1, 2 and 3 are the pins. It has on order there, if you can see it, note, round about there. 3, 2, 1 is the order that you undo these in, but number 1 is already done. You can tell that because the two bottom ones here rattle. You have quad channel memory, 4 either side. Heat sinks, as you can see, one there, one there, sorry, and obviously the back I/O plate. Now this comes with 5 PCIe express lanes. You've got by 16, by 8, by 16, by 8, by 4 down here, and 3 NVMe2 bays, 1, 2, 3 there, sorry, with plastic covering on. This is an RGB motherboard, and it is zonal as well, so there lights up, all your PCI Express lanes light up, DDR4 here and this side here all light up as well, and so there's this little logo down here. Obviously all your SATA ports there, motherboard connector, there's plenty of RGB headers on the bottom, don't know if you can see that properly, all down there, and obviously a source code identifier, which you will need Google for. So, as already explained, I had a little bit of a look at this earlier. Most of the unboxing's already been done, so one, you don't drop anything like your Threadripper. Now what's quite cool about this is it comes in a big foam box. As you can see on the front, Ryzen Threadripper. Plastic case on the back says unlock the power, so you just turn that to your left and out it comes. So we're going to put these all to one side for the moment. The only other thing you will need out of this box is your torque wrench, which Ryzen supply. For the Threadripper, because it's not a standard, I just lift the latches up, put it down. This thing requires some force to connect it to the motherboard. And this is the bracket I was on about for the circular water coolers. Don't need that, so stick that in the box. Unless you want the stickers, obviously, you can put them anywhere you like, but not on my glass case. So now they're out of the way, there is a clip that comes over here. As I said, I did a bit of unboxing earlier on to sort it out. Just lift it off, and this is the CPU that you will get. It is big. It is bigger than most other CPUs. Be careful not to touch the back, because you don't want to destroy or get your fingers all over that and grease and ruin the connectors on the back. So we're just gonna stick that back in there for now. Obviously leave it open. Don't need that case, I can go over there. So by taking your torque wrench, like I said, undo number 1 on this motherboard. It's the only one that was done up, quite easy, and it just flips up. Next, you've got 2 little blue tabs underneath that. You're going to push down and move one to the side if this thing comes up, and then the other, and this flips up, and you have got a plastic case which you will need to take out. Again, with the Threadripper, you do have indentations on the slide as a slide rail there and there, and obviously this only goes in one way. So when putting it in, be careful, push the bracket down, find the rails, making sure you do get them in. Don't do what some people have done and completely miss, because this won't fit at all. And then when you go in, you should hear a slight click like that. Push it down, blue pins in, and it's clicked into place. Now the bracket, if you watch videos, especially by Threadripper themselves, they will say you got to go 3, 2, 1 to get the best torque. I would start off with putting 1 in ever so slightly to begin with, otherwise this thing just pings back up. So be careful. You will need to put a good amount of force down just to get that first one started. It makes everything so much more simple. As you can see, it doesn't want to go, so just check it's all lined up, push it down, get it in the right place, and screw it in ever so slightly. Hopefully this is going to work. No. You don't want to cross thread this either, because it will be a nightmare to get out. You just want to get it started. There you go, and done. So their operation is 3, 2, 1. So what you want to do is do number 3 up first. They will require a bit of force to get them started, because this thing, as it says, unlock the power on the back, you want to make sure it's all the way down. This torque wrench is set to the right torque of those screws, so you should hear a slight click in a minute. There you go, and that's them torque to the right settings. Again, number 2, again, needs a bit of power, and there you go, and then number 1. So this will keep it in place, because when you put 3 and 2 in, number 1 is a nightmare. You don't want to cross thread it, you want to make sure it's in there, you want to make sure it's down, and there you go. So as you now CPU installed, you can chuck the torque wrench to one side. You're not going to need that. And the next thing you then want to do is install your RAM. Now, all DDR3 RAM comes at a native 2133 MHz unless overclocked. This is a 3200 pack. This is a CL16 speed, which is on Ryzen Threadripper's support list. The timings though, this will go up to 299. But for the best results, you want CL15 timing, and obviously the way RAM prices are at the moment is ridiculous, same as GPU prices, as you probably well know. So this kit alone, just for 32 gigs of RAM, is £400. The GPUs on their own are about £430 each. So this obviously system will be upgraded over a period of time. You want to take this out, and when you install your RAM, just make sure that one, the pins are all up. Now on these motherboards, some are different. The back ones stay as they are. Now a lot of people, where it's quad channel, you can go. You've got AA, BB, CC, DD. I will always install this, obviously the right way around, but closest to the CPU. And when you slot it in, you want on these the writing here, which has the what it says 3216 watt RAM. You want to pop it in, go to the back of the motherboard first, because that one doesn't unclip and you can't fit it in. So when you get it in the right place, he says it should then slot down and click in. Now you can be a little bit more rougher with these, don't need to treat them with kid gloves. They will go in, just be careful that you have got them lined up properly. Back down first, front in, and the clips will clip in properly. Again, same the other side. As you can see, most of the unboxing has already been done because I'm terrible at it. Don't want to drop anything. I haven't done anything yet like that. So again, same the other side. Slot it into place. Back in first, and you should hear it just click into place. He says if it goes in the right direction. Now these will be a little bit stiff because obviously they're brand new, so you want to make sure that you get them in the right way. This one does not seem to want to know, to be honest with you. Now why is that? There you go. And that is your RAM install. Now you don't need to do much else with here. You can link up a GPU, link up your PSU, and see if it will post. Now I'm not really going to bother, this is under warranty, so I am going to get it into the case and start building with the Ryzen Threadripper, with the thermal paste. Everybody, 2 grains of rice, pea-sized grain, plop in the middle. Now with these, I have seen videos people have done that and it hasn't covered the whole surface area of that CPU. Now with a Ryzen Threadripper, it is going to get hot. You want to make sure all that is covered. So corner to corner, corner to corner, one from top to bottom down the middle and from side to side. And when that NMAX cooler goes on, it should cover it all. And obviously as it heats up, it will spread. I will do the video where I put the cooler on. Just make sure that you take the plastic off the cooler first, really. You will also have in those box of bits that I showed earlier, if it's not in the motherboard tray, screws for your motherboard to go into the tower. And I hope that should be enough, but I'm going to get the tower apart, put it up here on its side and install this motherboard.